Today we're going to talk about gerunds as the objects of prepositions, and this video was requested by a viewer named Hari. So when we talk about prepositional phrases, things like on the table or in the afternoon, usually the object of that preposition is a noun like table or afternoon. And you know, gerunds can do the job of a noun. Now, it's pretty uncommon to use a gerund as the object of a preposition for those place and time prepositions. But it's very common to use a gerund as the object of a preposition in some more abstract type of sentences. And I want to show you what I mean. Let's look at a few examples. She talks about skydiving. Skydiving is our gerund here, and it's the gerund form of the verb skydive, which is when you jump out of an airplane with a parachute and you fall down through the sky to the ground safely. And here we have our preposition, about, talks about skydiving. Now, it's very common with this talks about and some other words with about to use the gerund skydiving. Now, we also talk about other nouns like she talks about dogs, but it's also common to use it together with a gerund. Our next one is she's not afraid of skydiving. This is another phrase, talk about, afraid of, that often goes together. These are called collocations with prepositions, where these words very often go together. So we often use it with verbs that have a preposition that they go together with. We also use it with adjectives, usually adjectives of emotion, like this, afraid of, with a gerund as the object of the preposition. Now we have another example of one of those phrases. You can't stop her from skydiving. To stop someone from doing something, very often with a gerund. Other examples of this would be to prevent someone from doing something or to keep someone from doing something. All of those are common phrases with this preposition from that very often have a gerund as the object of the preposition. Our next example is she's looking forward to skydiving. Here we have a phrase looking forward to with a gerund as the object of this preposition. This is one to be a little bit careful about because many people see to and they think about the infinitive of the verb. But in this case, the to is a preposition with the phrase looking forward to. This is a phrase that always goes together, and we call that, again, a collocation. She's looking forward to skydiving with that gerund form. Now, if you want to make something negative, we can do that too with the word not. She forgave me for not skydiving. In order to make this gerund sort of negative, we just add the word not beforehand, and it's still the object of a preposition in this case. She forgave me for, preposition, and the object is not skydiving. Forgive someone for. That's a phrase that goes together very often. Now, I've talked today about phrases that often go together with a preposition and use a gerund as the object of the preposition. We have a lot of phrases like this in English, so if you check the description of this video, you'll find a worksheet, a handout that has a bunch of examples of these collocations, like talk about, afraid of, stop someone from, look forward to, forgive someone for. These phrases that very often have a preposition and a gerund as the object of the preposition.